Hello, this is the Chemistry 30 Lesson 10.1 Petrochemicals in Alberta tutorial video. Specifically from the Alberta curriculum, we are looking at identifying and describing significant organic compounds in daily life, demonstrating generalized knowledge of their origins and applications, methane, methanol, ethane, blah, blah, blah. We are also going to explain quickly how science and technology are developed to meet societal needs and expand human capacity. Now, the first one from that list that you would probably recognize is glucose. Glucose is part of the natural process of photosynthesis and cellular respiration, where uh, photosynthesis takes carbon dioxide and water and turns it into glucose and oxygen, which is then used by our bodies, and it just keeps on going like that. Most often, oil is drilled from the ground, and this has a lot of dead and decayed matter and is then distilled in many refineries. Some of them are used directly, such as propane, octane, and methane, which is also known as natural gas, or at least natural gas is mostly made of methane. Uh, Many of the other things that are refined, such as what we saw in that slide, that diagram there, are actually used to make primary petrochemicals. Probably about uh, 5% of all that is mined winds up being used to make primary petrochemicals. And primary petrochemicals are then distilled to make all sorts of things. You'll recognize this also from your textbooks, such as methanol, which is used to make polyvinyl acetate. Uh, a lot of these chemicals are used within wood preserves and things like that. Ethylene, which is eventually makes PVC, polystyrene, amongst other things. Polypropylene, which is a chemical you probably heard a lot, and benzene, which is another one which is used eventually to make nylon. Ethylene winds up becoming a very big part of the Alberta industry. For every 45,000 tons of ethylene made per year, you get 11 jobs in Alberta for the ethylene, which specifically then goes towards in the next stage, making probably about 300 and some jobs. And then we've got another 1,000 jobs here uh, from the derivatives of that. And moving on, you see that there are a huge number of jobs here. So the process of getting ethylene from the ground leads to literally thousands of jobs, probably about 20,000 jobs. That's based on 45,000 tons of ethylene per year, and that's happening in tons of plants all across Alberta. So just in summary, the petrochemical industry in Alberta contributes significantly to our economy. While there are risks and benefits associated with any chemical, we are constantly using chemicals in order to produce better products for us. I think it's obtained from natural gas and is then used to make many other petrochemicals. This includes things like plastic paints, dyes, antifreeze, adhesives, etc. And there are very many well-paying careers that can be associated with the petrochemical industry. So again, as we take a look, significant organic compounds, methane, which is natural gas, methanol, used as wood preserve, ethane, which is quite a common gas for most of the petrochemical industry, propane, which we use in barbecues, benzene, which is eventually used to make nylons, octane, which is used for gasoline at the pumps. Glucose is the natural one that is used in our cells, and polyethylene is a very versatile fabric type product. Science and technology continues to find new, safer, and more innovative ways in order to produce these chemicals. Thank you for watching.